Hello. Can you please confirm that you can hear me? I'm just getting set up now. But as soon as you come in, hello. How's everyone? Can you guys hear me? I'm just getting set up right now. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for confirming. So guys, just follow in the description box or the title if you want to get in on this. All the instructions will be there. Make sure that you are also, if you're American, remember you should be paying less, okay? So when I say Canadian dollars, I mean on my receiving end, okay? That's kind of what I mean by that. So just follow the calculator. On my receiving end, it should be 25, okay? How's everybody doing? Oh, goodness. I wanted to go live yesterday, but things happen. And this is why I can't schedule anything, guys. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to schedule. But I always have faith that, you know, whoever's supposed to be here will be here. Whoever needs to get the message or a message. So like I said, anybody who's coming in, just follow the description box. Follow the instructions there if you want to know how to get in on this. And make sure that if your currency is not in Canadian, that the 25 is on my receiving end in Canadian. Okay? Hi, Golden Soul. Hello. Okay, let me just go over and see what's going on. It's really important, guys, to make sure that like all of your settings are on for my channel, or you'll miss out on this, okay? A lot of people don't understand why they're not getting my videos and stuff. It's because you don't have the all notification on. I'm not sure why YouTube did this. It's actually quite annoying. Like, you should just be able to press subscribe and be getting notified of my videos. Okay. So I see here. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go down the line as of now. So we've got Jillian and then we've got Jessica. Okay. Okay, give me a moment. Let me just go back into the chat here and see who's here. Hi. Hello. Hi, Ray. Okay, what's your name on there? Let's tread lightly. What's your name on PayPal? Like, what is it? Just say what name it is. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Sorry I couldn't go live on a weekend. So let's bring forth the messages that Jillian needs to hear today, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Okay, perfect, Jessica. You're next, okay? Okay, so Jillian would like to know what's next in love for the month of May. Okay, there's a disappointment in love. I'm just curious though. Is there something going on in your workplace? And be on standby if you can, like when you're getting your reading, because sometimes I like to check in with you. Do you have any kind of thing going on at work with someone? I feel like there's a disappointment or something, like, or a hardship, or feeling like something between you and another person is not going accordingly. Give me more. Yeah. Okay, so listen. When you ask what's going on in love for the month of May, it's more going to be about something happening internal with you. This feels actually quite, sorry guys, I just got to put on my other data in case the Wi-Fi goes. This actually feels kind of like, it's like a bittersweet moment where I feel like you have to give up something. You're friends with him? Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I have to give up something. And when I say give up something, I mean like let it go, release it, right? To God. I don't know. I feel like you're sad in the month of May. Something between you and another person's not going accordingly. Not in the direction that you'd want it to go. So I feel like, look at this, how cool this is too. We got that surrender card, but look at this with the 8 of Swords. Feeling trapped about something and then releasing it. Because I feel like with the High Priestess, there's something like an unspoken something between the two of you, but it could be about with the Page of Cups waiting for something to come through from them, like an offer, something along those lines, like something to give you hope. But I don't know. In May, I feel like I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Something's disappointing in the month of May. And I also am going to say another thing too. I don't know if this person's going to be around in that work department. I'm not saying that they're leaving forever, but they may not be around. Maybe that's what it is as well too, is that you don't get to see them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're not even in the office, or they've taken off, and this could be sad. This could feel sad. So listen, in the month of May, I feel like there's something massive happening for you. It's a transformation in regards to surrendering to this connection that you're not really in control. There's nothing you can do at this point. There's nothing more as far as like, you know, whether it be a signal to give the person or, you know, something you can go out of your way to do. It just has to be what it is. You have to surrender, I feel like, to, you know, movement. There may not be movement. I feel like here we've got a Page of Cups. So there may even be like this offer that gets squashed very quickly, or it's an ending to an offer. Like the offer doesn't come through in the month of May. So I don't know if there's been a hoping that something may happen in May, but I don't know. I just think you're releasing yourself. Yeah, you're quite emotional about this. Interesting. More, and if you're like, well, I'm not really emotional about them. Well, more emotional than you would be normally. So I don't really know what to tell you for that. Like in May, I don't really know what to say about that. Like, I think you're doing the right thing. This is actually for your well-being as well too, because I think there's a part of you that has been kind of holding on to some hope that something would culminate. But in May, it's just like I turn the page and nothing happens. So it's kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing. I feel like you also don't want to be patient anymore. I think you just want to move forward and, you know, accept things for what they are. So if you've been wanting to accept things as is, in May, you're getting that. Now, I'm just going to draw one more card because I'm curious what this deck says. Let's see if there's anything left they want you to know. Anything left that Spirit wants her to know about, you know, the month of May and this situation? Okay, that's kind of interesting that you got this card. Because she's disappointed, you know? She's like feeling like something's withholding. There's something withholding, or there's like a limited potential. But I think this is kind of resonating with the reading that I've been getting so far, is just wanting to kind of move forward. And I think in May that allows you to be. So listen, have you been wanting to kind of let this thing go with this person? Like any expectation or hope? Have you been wanting that? Because that's what you're getting in May. You are, I feel like, throwing your hands up and saying, you know what, I'm going to release this, you know, because there is a limited potential. There is a limit. There's something about this connection that's limiting. It doesn't have much potential. So instead to kind of sit here and stir about this, let me release it. Hi. Yeah, hi, Empress. Yeah, you're definitely trying to balance this out. Release it. And you're not kind of giving up completely, but you're doing it for your mental health. That's what I can say, okay? And I agree. I agree with this, you know? Why sit in an energy of something we cannot control? You know, that's just a waste of time. So I think you're doing what you need to do to get through. And I agree with that. I agree with that, okay? But as far as anything happening, all I see, or, you know, it doesn't mean that nothing will happen. It's just what Spirit wants you to know is that you're surrendering in the month of May. It's important for you too. And I think you get wind of that. So you do. So good for you. Okay. So I'm going to move on to Jessica. Ray, you're next. So let's bring forth the messages that Jessica needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. How does my coworker, Tanny, feel about me? Getting weird vibes from her. Okay, always honor what you're getting, okay? No matter what we see here, you wouldn't be getting them for no reason. So please always believe in yourself, okay? But I understand sometimes people want validation. So let's find out what's happening here. Talk to us about this coworker, Tanny. Why does Jessica feel like she's getting weird vibes from her? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let's, Jessica. Okay, look at that. First thing I want to ask you, is she a mother? Is she a mother or is she married? Two questions. Just answer. Married? Is she married? Does she have kids? Those are good cards. Kind of. So listen, I just need to know those things because I just want to get that out of the way. If it's not that, then I need to know. Is she married? Yes, she's a mom and married. Okay. So what I will tell you is that this woman is heavily frustrated in her personal life, okay? You represent, now I have to ask you this, are you a mom and are you married? Because you represent some version of her that she could have been, that it's like, I don't know, there's some sort of weird energy, like it's jealousy, but it's mirroring. It's like a trigger. It's not real jealousy. It's just like I'm getting so much here. Like you represent everything I could have been, but like I've got this life now. You know what I mean? Type of thing. Not a mom and not married. Exactly. I'm so glad that that was the answer because that's what I was feeling. So you represent a version of her that she sees in you that she could have been, but she's kind of like, and I don't want to insult what she's got going on in her life, but it's kind of like she's stuck or it's too late for her. Okay. I think she deep down really looks at you as a person who she would have a lot of compliments for. She could compliment you till the cows come home. But there's something that's triggering her about her own life and then looking at you and being like, I don't know, you look free, you're at the beginning of your life, you've got options, something along those lines. You remind her of herself, and it's not about looks or anything like that. You remind her of a version of herself that she could have been, but she somehow settled. This is really actually sad. I think we've got a disgruntled woman who's very bitter about her life. It's not you personally. This is so inverted. It's so inverted here, you know? It's really inverted. I think she wants to like you, but there's something tugging at her about her own life. And you remind her again of a version of what she could have been, but she's like in a life that she's stuck in. So her personal life is putting a lot of pressure on her marriage right here, and then also something to do with her children. I don't know if it's how they're doing in school. I don't know what it is. Who cares? It's just something about her children. Um, but you represent this like person, this version of her that could have been free, you know? This is psychological. It's very hard to put into words, but there's something I feel like with the devil that is misconstrued. It almost feels like it's some aspect of her that's codependent. This is some aspect of her that's codependent. Yikes. You know, I don't know how you feel about this, but is it possible at all for you to like behind closed doors send her love? Because this is kind of like, I feel like if you got a peek into her world, you may feel sorry for her. But I agree, you know, she's kind of stepping out on your feet, and it's like, I don't want to give anybody a pass for doing that. You know what I mean? Things may get worse, okay, with her doing this. The crazy thing is that this won't fall on you, though. It will end up backfiring on her. So you have to kind of be, you got to stand from like a neutral place on this with a lot of like empathy. Like I know that some people don't want to hear that. I'm not saying let these things slide, but assert yourself in a way that is very professional. Don't get like below the belt with her because she's like very sensitive right now. But just know that this will eventually, and I don't know how it's going to look, but it's going to backfire. I just don't know how that's going to pan out, okay? Like what that will look like, but who cares? What matters is it will backfire. I actually feel like there's going to be someone else in that workspace who's kind of equal to her, who's going to say something behind closed doors to her to kind of in a way to back off, and it will kind of get squashed like that. Like there may be a third party that steps in to say, hey, like what the hell are you doing, you know? Something like along those lines. But this is inverted. This is not like intentional, you know? This is just a woman who is triggered by you because, again, you're a version of her that she could have been had she had not been married or had children, you know? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. But to answer your question, you're on the money, okay? There is something you're picking up. But that's all I can say. That's all I can say about this. All right, I'm going to move on because I'm not feeling guided to say anything more about it. Okay. So we've got Ray just going down the line. Then we've got E, then Empress New Groove, and then Garima. Sometimes we have no idea what goes on in people's lives, you know? That's why it's really important never to take things personal, because 99% of the time they usually aren't. So let's bring forth the messages that Ray needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What's the most relevant past life at this point in my current life journey? What's the most relevant past life at this point? I don't understand the question. Ray, are you still on my Patreon? You need to check out that video I did today. Oh man. The past life reading romance. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you're still there, but watch it. It's insane. Can you better make me understand what you're asking me right now? Because I don't understand. You're welcome. I don't really understand the question that you're asking me for today's reading. Can you kind of simplify it? Oh, is she gone? I hope she didn't leave. Yikes. Are you there, Ray? What's the most relevant past life at this point in my current life journey? Okay, I don't know where she is. Okay, I'm gonna wait like one more minute and then I have to move forward. If anything, you can always, you know, write me personally and let me know what that means and then I can answer it for you. Because I can't get the line stagnated because I'm only here for a certain amount of time. Sorry, guys. I just have to wait for her to clarify the question because I don't really understand it. Okay, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to skip over because I want to make sure I'm understanding the question before I ask something about it. No, she's not there. Okay, I'm going to E. Will I have problems with my father's house? What is going on in the community, neighborhood? People watch and target me. Okay. So I'm reading for E. Let's bring forth the messages that E needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Will you have problems with your father's house? What is going on in the community? People watch and target you. Okay. Okay, that's crazy. There's your father. Are you here, E? Are you here in case I need you or I need to ask you a question? Are you here, E? Guys, you got to show up for your readings. What's going on with your father's house? I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. If this is like a inheritance thing, I think you could be successful with it because we've got an Ace of Pentacles clarifying a Ten of Cups. But you know, this is not an overnight success, okay? Not an overnight success. This is something I feel like that is going to take a while. As far as your neighborhood, what's going on in your neighborhood? I see a lot of judgment. But I don't see it going anywhere from that. So if you are mentioning being targeted, I don't see anything coming from that. Like when you say targeting, I don't know if that's just the target of gossip or what does it mean? Like exactly what are you referencing? I don't think this neighborhood would be successful at all with respect to, you know, trying to get you or out you or, you know, put you down. But what I do see here is actually a successful outcome. So it would be great if you're there, E, to clarify, are you speaking of an inheritance? Like, because I feel like this is going to be really good. Like this looks like a good outcome for you. I mean, that's what I can say. So just going back to your question, what is going on in the community neighborhood? I mean, I don't know. They look like people who are just, I don't know, up to no good. There's nothing really coming as to kind of why they're doing it. Let them watch. People are watching. Who cares? Let them watch. You will win in the end. That's for sure. And you will be very successful, I feel like, at attaining your father's house. Or I don't know if this is, again, an inheritance. I don't see you here responding. I'm asking questions. Let's get more. We got doormat energy, belligerent. Karma is a bitch. So, E, you're going to win, okay? The universe is on your side. Karma will be given its dose to whoever deserves it, okay? You got to make sure, though, in the meantime, with the doormat energy, you're not allowing this to, like, whatever you're capable of doing. I'm not saying, you know, go and attack these people or go up against them because, you know, they're quite belligerent. I can see that here, right? But do whatever you can, you know, within, you know, your reach or your ability to make sure you're not, you know, being a doormat, okay? This looks extremely positive as far as you attaining what you need to be. You will be abundant. You will be, you know, sovereign. You will be in, with this card as well, too, you will be getting what you want. But I wouldn't really worry about these neighbors. They look like you're not the only one they do this to, actually. This looks like a personality. It's nothing personal, but you need to allow karma to do its work. And if people are being belligerent, it's probably coming from something to do with them and not you. So just be careful with giving life to that, okay? And don't be a doormat within whatever you can, okay? Whatever, I'm not saying, you know, like again, don't attack anybody. Don't be belligerent back to them, but set clear boundaries. or do whatever you can to set a boundary. Karma will be playing itself out. So you don't have to worry about that. The universe is on your side. Okay. Wow. I don't know where E is, but I hope that you heard all of that. And again, to anyone who's going to be booking, please stick around for your reading. Okay. Please stick around for your reading, because sometimes I have questions I have to ask. Okay. I'm going to move on. I'm going to Empress New Groove. So I'm just going to go down the line. We've got Empress New Groove, then Garima. So if you want to get in right now, you'd be third. Now is the time, not later. Okay. Okay. So let's channel Empress's energy into the cards. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And yes, Mercedes, there is. I just came on. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Talk to us about her immediate next major glow up. Oh, it's coming real soon. Okay, this is really about something that has not been moving in your life. Something that has not been moving. So direction. It's a direction. This is a direction, Empress. This is moving. I was like, world card. Is it the online? No. This is movement. This is a direction. Again, this is like a compass, right? And that I couldn't stop seeing or feeling like this Eight of Wands was really important. And that is a card of movement, direct energy. And look, we're leaving. We've got a new beginning and we're leaving. We're moving on somewhere else. Even this card is moving on. Your next major globe has something to do with a location change. But I don't know. I feel like you've been struggling with this because you feel like you have to take action in on it, or it's like, do I have to do something about this? Or yeah, I know that feeling with that. When that happens, you're just like, you feel like you need to do something about it. But in this case, I don't think it's really too much about you. It's about when the time is right. There's something in the air. It's about smelling when the right time is in the air. Ooh. Next major glow up. Oh my God. Wow. Look at that. He's walking through a door. He's moving. Like he's moving forward. You really want something new, like your whole life to be new, like the whole scene needs to be new, not just like personally. You want the whole view to be different. And I feel like you want to be alone. So do you resonate with wanting to kind of even leave behind certain people? Like maybe it's too far for them to come by, or They have to think about making a trip to come by. Like, you want to be more alone. More alone. Okay, since this is about location, I'm guided to draw a settings card. I'm curious. Give me more. Give me more. Next major glow up. Nightclub, dance floor, and neon lights. There's more. Look at that. Look at all the people looking at her. It's like she's experiencing a glow up. There's more freedom. There's more fun. Have you also been wanting to like dance as well too? Like, I don't know. There's something about the dance floor. I don't know if this is going to be like a class you take or this is just through the expression of dance. Something happens for you, like a glow up, for example. But you're moving into a more fun period of your life where, as opposed to all the hard work you've been doing, even internally, this part of life is going to be more fun and light. You need light. More. Icy wilderness, Arctic wonders, and polar extremes. So we've got a frigid realm. Give me one more. Yeah, look at that. Empress. Crossroads. Multiple paths, turning point, and divergent roads. And this is crazy too because look what's on the bottom of the deck. Home. Comfort, familiarity, security, belonging, and personal space. I just feel like you need more personal space. You need more quiet, like where people are not going to be able to come towards you or come over or, you know, you need to be more, you know, you need to have more of your peace. So you're at a crossroads, but that road is taking you somewhere. So your next glow up has a lot to do with a location change. I'm going to like stick to that because I feel it very strongly. Like right now I could be like, feeling like there's darkness or it's kind of cold, like you can't see, but you know, because you're asking the question about a glow up. You're asking about a glow up. Why would you ask? Because you know it's coming. Yeah, you're moving forward. Location change. This will be a bit of an impulsive move, but when the time is right, you will act. And with the world, you're moving to another part of the planet. What's underneath this? I'm curious. Breaking away. Breaking away from a clan, the family, what you've always known. So there's a bit of the unknown with the frigid realm, but it's going to be exciting. I'm excited for you. This feels exciting. It may feel scary to you, but it's exciting to me. Wow. Okay. Where is everyone today? Where's the, like, you guys aren't showing up for your readings. I'm just curious too, Empress New Groove, like, because this was in the bottom of home. Is there a possibility that you could be moving closer to the beach? Just wondering. That would be really cool if that's true. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so we've got Garma, then Mercedes, and then Lyplia. Oh, I remember. I think I remember you. Lyplia. I remember you. I remember this name. I remember reading for you one time personally. Okay, so let's move on to Garma. Hi, Garma. I need some help making a near future decision about higher education. The choices are a master's program, the SE's program, and the EB certificate are no studies at this point. Which decision do you think would be best to fit for my business? Okay, so let's bring forth the messages that Garima needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Okay, so you're asking a lot of questions, so I'm going to draw a card for each, okay? So she needs help making a future decision, Spirit. So should she go with the master's program, the SCP program, the EB certification, or no studies at this point? Okay, so here you are with the Queen of Swords trying to make a decision and trying to be actually very, I feel like you're trying to be quite logical about it and quite smart. You really want to make a smart decision. I see that here, okay? But I just want you to know, even though you're getting the reading, please go with your intuition. I think you're going too much from the mind with this, but you're very concerned with the Tower to make an error. You got to remove that from the equation before you're making a decision, or this is just going to seem way too overwhelming. So, master's program, that says run, don't walk towards it, like go for it. Okay, go for it. If you're focused on this, you could become quite successful. The SCP program, I feel like you would have to, with the Seven of Swords, really figure out. It could be this feels difficult for me for some reason. So I don't know what the difference is between the two. But when it comes to the SCP program, I feel like we have to try way too hard to get it done or go through it, or we have to somehow be strategic about it. But this could be tiring for some reason. I don't know, just constantly trying to be ahead for somehow trying to be ahead, always be ahead. Like, I don't know, like you look like when it comes to the master's degree, you would know, or this would be more natural, as the SCP program would not be. Now, listen, EB certification is absolutely a no, just because of that card. I mean, Eight of Swords, this could be way too, like, confining, or you could feel trapped, or it could be too much, or it could make you feel at times like strapped, like it's difficult. This gives me a really bad, weird feeling. Now, you know, to answer this question about or no studies at all, I feel like with the Five of Swords, you could be doing yourself a disservice to go with no studies at all, because, you know, this is like, I don't know what it is that you're doing, but, you know, it's very competitive. And I feel like, you know, you prolong something like that, you could get behind on it. You could kind of come out behind if you don't act now, type of thing. Because this is like a card of, you know, getting in on the competition, or, you know, trying to be successful when you've got a lot of other people in the race. So I'm going to say that I don't think it's best that you go with no studies. I would say the master's program. And something makes me feel like I've read for you about this, and I think I said something about master's program looked good. These two don't really look so great. So if I have to give you my solid answer on this, I would say master's program. But just be very careful with making a decision, like with the mind. You got to go with what you feel. How can she approach this decision? How can she approach this decision? What's the best way energetically? Okay, so it says comfortable space and family gathering. I don't know if your family can help you with this, but I also don't know if you need to go to a comfortable space to think about this, okay? So I don't know if that's gonna be, you know, I mean, it's a couch. I don't know if that's kind of giving the indication that you need to sit down somewhere quiet and really think about this. Or with the living room, you know, that's like a comfortable space could be like a place where it's comfortable. What out of all of these decisions is the most comfortable for you to do? Like, according to what you're going through right now, what would be the most comfortable for you? Like, what would be the most doable? Don't go crazy outside of yourself. And because I do see here with the Queen of Swords, you're quite the achiever, but you got to be careful because right now your guides are like, don't overexert yourself in any way. Go with what feels like you know it, you feel comfortable in it. It would be the lesser, the more comfortable option out of all of them type thing, okay? The thing is managing the scheme, but all others are a bit easier. Okay, there you go. You need to go with what is comfortable. You know, what would be the right now at this time, because you're asking about right now. You're not asking about in a year from now. Right now, what would be the most comfortable? What would be the most doable? That's what you need to go for. That's what they're saying. Right now, start slow. Start slow. And see how that picks up for you. Okay. I feel like this is the card that really is the one that you need to pay the most attention to. Okay. Go with what is the most natural, what would be the most easiest at this time to do. I don't think doing nothing would be the best option because I see here with the Queen of Swords, that's not going to be good for you. You are an achiever. You want to accomplish things. For you to sit and do nothing, that in itself may become something you're not happy with, okay? So that's what I'm getting for you. All right, let's go down the list here. Okay, so I'm going to Mercedes and then it's Lyplia. So let's bring forth the messages that Mercedes needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What's coming up next in career for Mercedes? You're welcome, Garma. Are you there, Mercedes? Because I may have to ask questions. Oh, okay. Are you planning to take a new direction? Are you taking a new direction? Like, are you even moving somewhere for career? Is that even on your radar right now? I'm just curious. Are you willing to kind of move in a very different territory? Okay, if it's not like across the globe, is it something on the internet? You're going to be very successful in a very new territory, something you're not used to. Okay, you got to go for this, honey. You got to go for this. You've got an opportunity to be your own boss and make lots of money. Make lots of money. Be careful as soon as you attempt it. Don't have any kind of expectations with it, because I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being clarified by the 10 of Wands, there's going to be a struggle, which is very normal. Very normal. You're not going to like just, you know, blow up overnight like that. Okay, listen, I know people, that happens to some people, but I would rather you going into this without any expectations. But you will be successful, but it will be what you make of it. But with the Wheel of Fortune, what goes up comes down and back again. Okay. You could have a moment with the Tower where you do blow up. So, you know, very possible here to like be consistent, but also have a viral moment. So I'm kind of going with both here. But you are going to be moving out of troubled waters financially. Okay. Some people, it's creativity. Listen, I think you're being creative, but I want to say, I'm feeling guided to say you're moving out of troubled waters financially. And you will complete, I feel like, something very huge by doing this. Whether that's something in your soul plan, I don't know, or if it's just a sense of accomplishment. This looks bloody amazing. Just give me a moment, guys. Sorry, I just gotta eat like a cracker. I haven't eaten yet. Give me more in regards to this. You've been your own worst enemy with this. Have you been wanting to do this for a while, but you've been like putting it off? We've got the stringing you along card. Like, you should have been on this a long time ago, but it's okay. Better late than never. You know what I mean? Better late than never. But it's kind of crazy we got spiritual support and intense shadow work, because I felt like with these cards, you looked like you were completing something by getting this going, like the ball rolling on it. And I'm just wondering, how long have you been pulled in this direction, or been feeling like you've been pulled in this direction? Because you should have started this sooner. Everything was there for you to do that. I don't know what stopped you before. I don't know if it was fear. I mean, usually it's fear. But also maybe the fact that it's very different than anything you've ever done before. So your spirit team is with you. Your spirit team is with you. But with that karma card on the bottom, I'm telling you, Mercedes, you are somehow closing the gap on something you've been lifetime to lifetime working on. And it's stepping into a role, a particular role that you should have always been, but chose the lesser. Does that make sense at all? I'm just curious. Sorry, guys, I'm eating because I'm starving. I'm just eating crackers. Keep myself going. Does that make sense at all, Mercedes? You will be guided throughout this whole process, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. Yes, it does. I just don't know which direction it is. I do a lot of things. Yeah. You'll figure it out. You will figure it out. And I feel like they're also saying that if it's not just one route, that's fine too. You don't need to go one route. You can go many routes, but at least move. Okay, move with this. And be careful with the thoughts in your head, okay? Success is there, but you got to be laser focused on this. So make sure you're like taking time out every day towards this, or at least putting energy into it every day, whether that's like emotional, energetically, you know, pray about it. You're going to meet some awesome people through this as well, too. You may even meet a soul tribe member through this. or I don't know. There's going to be connections built through this. This is more than just work and money. There will be connections made. But you will go through it, Mercedes. There will be intense shadow work, and all of your stuff will come to the surface through this. It kind of reminds me of when you put yourself out there and then it's like you have to deal with rejection at first or things not looking the greatest. And then you have to become okay with that and just trek forward. You get where I'm going? There will be spiritual work conducted. This is going to hit so many aspects of your life, but with this card on the bottom, you'll be very successful with it. So I really do wish you all the best with this. Don't give up if things don't look like they're happening at first. Stay true to what you're feeling inside, but push forward always. That's how you're going to get results. Constantly push forward, even when it's looking like nothing's happening. Okay, so I'm going to light Plia now, and then we've got Yante, and then we've got Tanny. So let's bring forth the messages that Plia needs to know, not the messages she wants to know or wants to hear, sorry. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. She wants to know what's coming her way this year. I would like to see a raise to do more things for my family. Well, that's beautiful. That's very nice of you. Okay. What's coming her way this year? And if you can touch on if there's a raise coming, please include that as well, Spirit. You're welcome, Mercedes. Good luck. There's your family. So cute. So cute. What's coming her way this year? Okay, I want to be very honest with you. But I, at the same time, want to tell you that timelines are always changing. So don't hold anything, in stone. I feel like the raise, it's like you're totally eligible for this, but I just feel like it may not happen. And it's not really about you not deserving it. I think it's the economy, because I've got these two cards here underneath it. I actually do feel like this workplace that you're working for wants to give it to you, but can't. Now, I'm going to be honest as well, too. You may have not had any intention of receiving the messages I'm about to give, but I have to give them to you. There's going to be more chaos. I don't know if you resonate with feeling like life has been chaotic. There's more chaoticness coming, but that chaoticness is actually a signal for something bigger. The more chaos, the more rewards. So you actually are going to be rising to the occasion with this chaos and handling it like a boss. Through that, there will be rewards given. You will be fine financially, okay? You will be fine financially. But I do think, I don't know how many jobs you're doing right now, but I see there's an opportunity to get another one on the side. So I don't know how many jobs you work right now. If you want to slip that into the chat, let me know how many income streams you've got now, because I see a second one coming. So this is where the silver lining is. Okay. Oh, you work part-time. Okay. There's another income stream coming. So this is where the silver lining is. You're not getting it in the sense that you want it, where it's the raise is at that job. Okay. It's coming in the way of another income stream. Now, with that Four of Cups being on the bottom, I do see the ability to give more. But I'm sorry to say, I think you're going to be working 2 jobs. But if you work 2 jobs that are part-time, that's kind of like one, right? In a way. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to assume. But the other thing I want you to know is that if you stay with this current part-time job, next year there might be the possibility, the ability to give you more. But this year, I feel like my hands are tied. I can't give you more. I want to, but I can't. And I don't know what part of the world you are in, but I don't think it really matters because I just think this is happening everywhere. But you just have to hold on a little bit more, and then 2026 is going to be a lot more better. It's going to be a lot better, but you will be juggling 2 income streams. But can I just be very honest? A lot of people are doing that right now. I mean, there are people who are making 6 figures and have to get a side hustle. It's the way it is, you know, unfortunately. But you will get blessings with the star. Wishes fulfillment, the sun. Keep working. Keep working towards. I have a question for you randomly. Is someone in your family sick? Like, or is it that they need medication and you have to pay out of your own pocket? What is this? I'm seeing something about like medication is expensive. What is this? Do you have someone on medication? It may not even be that they're very sick, but they're on a medication. Is this something, what is this? I'm not going to even bother to continue unless you let me know if that makes sense to you. Let me know. I'll wait for your response. I'm just going to go down the list too. Yante is next, Tanny, and then Carolyn. I'm sick today. Oh, my whole family is sick. Okay, that's what that is. Okay. I was like, what is this? All right. I'm glad you clarified that. That's kind of what I was picking up on. You're going to be fine. You're going to get better. But aside from that, that could just be something that Spirit wanted you to be aware of if you're kind of feeling down or not the best. You'll be up in no time. Just keep going. Just keep going with what you're doing in life. You're doing great. You're doing great. But just keep going. Just keep yourself real strong in your convictions. It may not happen today, tomorrow, this year, but it will happen eventually. And I want you to know that you're actually a very good worker. Spirit wants you to know you're a very good worker. You need to keep going, keep excelling. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about anything going on the side. Just keep your head focused like this guy is on his craft. And you will make it out. There's nothing to worry about, okay? But the raise, you totally deserve it. It's just, I don't feel like your company can do it right now, okay? Sorry for the noise, guys. I'm starving. I don't know what it is when I read cards. I get really hungry. I don't know why. That and like heart palpitations, which is really weird. All right, let's move forward. Yante, what do you see upcoming with my finances? Expecting a settlement from old company. Hopefully they seem to be disengaged and hoping to use this to fund a business and reestablish myself. Okay. Let's talk about finances for Yante. Let's bring forth the messages they need to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Finances. Okay, there's your workplace. Oh, hi. Hi, Jaylen. Yes, I am. Okay. I think you're going to be successful in this settlement. You've got a wishes fulfillment, but you got to keep on it. Seven of Swords, like, you're not going to just get this very easily, okay? It's not going to just come to you without any kind of like persistence. Like, I mean, sometimes things happen like that, but you got to be on it, okay? Things are a little tight for you right now, I feel like. Financially, I don't know, it could be better, but you know, like, you may have to get creative here. I also feel like I want to say here too, like, you're either doing what you need to, or you need to do what you need to kind of preserve your money. That Page of Pentacles, for some reason, are you couponing or something? Like, are you finding ways to like cut corners and stuff? Because this is exactly what you need to be doing. You need to be fighting, like not laying back right now with finances, and maybe even figuring out how to like manipulate money, like manipulate a dollar to make more dollars, but even maybe growing your money. So are you being strategic right now? Because you gotta be. I mean, yeah, so what? This looks good, you know, with the workplace, you know, this will be a wishes fulfillment, but what are you doing also in, you know, the background with your own stuff, you know? Yes, you are. That's really good. Really good. I see that. And you can only come out a winner with this, okay? Only come out a winner. Brush up on your skills, okay? But also learn about money. This is a time where if you actually sit down and learn about money, you could be one of the ones that come out on top in like 3 years from now. Give me the energy around Yante's finances. An arena. Competitive environment, sporting events, and performance stage. Yeah, this is the time to really treat it like it's a sport. Like, you know, excel at your knowledge behind, you know, things. But also this arena can be like the back and forth with your workplace and not like backing down. It is a basketball court on the card. That's a contact sport. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying to go contact with them, but what I mean is don't back down. Do not back down. Fight for this, please. Okay, it's something that it belongs to you. But in the meantime, get your brain trained. Start watching videos on YouTube in regards to finances. I do see you investing. I don't want to give investment advice. I don't even want to start to talk about, you know, that. I want you to figure that out on your own. But I see you investing in something which, and it's like minimal risk. It's not like it's big money you're putting, but it will grow in the future. So now's the time. Now's the time to get, you know, to be tight about things. Like, no more outdoor food, you know, don't spend money where you don't need to spend. And don't also, they're saying don't, even though I've said that this looks good with your workplace, don't now move because I said it's coming and now you think you can relax and stuff like that. And I don't mean to be like rude with my words. It's just, it's not me, it's spirit. Spirit's saying you're going to be in a really good position, but like you gotta get competitive about it. And this can even be like against your teammates. So whoever is, you know, like working with you or the kind of people you have in your work field, get a leg up. Go take that training that they don't take because they think, oh, I'm good. And, you know, people like me here. And don't do that. Learn things you don't even know about. Like I'm doing that right now. I don't need to be. Honestly, like some people would be like, oh, you look like you're doing fine. You know, why do that? Yeah, I want to be ahead. Okay. So I'm getting all up in AI, learning it down to the T. I want to know about AI because this is where we're headed. I don't want to be the last person, you know, standing like, huh, what just happened? The world changed overnight. Now, I'm not saying that you need to learn about AI, but I'm using it as an example. You get where I'm going? So, to wrap up your reading, get skilled, excel your skills, get down to the nitty gritty, start couponing, start cutting things. Yes, this work thing is going to be, you know, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. It looks like a bit of a struggle. We have to be very strategic about it. It will come through, but broaden your horizons, Yante, okay? Broaden your horizons and start learning about things that nobody knows about right now. It's just like there's whispers of it, but nobody's really talking about it. Like it's not really implemented yet. Get on that, okay? You are gonna be really good in the future if you prepare yourself. And that's what I'm getting for you. I cannot believe you got the arena. I mean, wow, it's interesting. You're welcome. I just want to take a bite of a cracker. Just sorry for the noise. So hungry. Okay, Tanny. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Next for career. What's next for her in her career? What does she need to know about? Ha ha ha. Ooh, something is being hidden right now from you. Something really good. Are you working right now? Just curious. Tanny, are you there? Are you working right now? Oh, wow. These are really good cards. Okay. Hi, Carolyn. I'm talking to Tanny, though, right now. Yes, but on my own business. Okay. This business is going to go in a new direction that's going to be a little bit shocking for you. Is your business physical and little part-time? I don't know. I see you. It's either you're reaching foreign clients or this is like I'm moving out of troubled waters. So does your business like, I don't want to say, is it struggling a bit? Is it struggling? I mean, even if it's not struggling, it's getting moved in a different direction. Like there's an opportunity to work with someone or do something. Like there's an opportunity here that is kind of mind-blowing, and I feel like it comes out of left field, but you may be a little bit caught off guard by it and may not want to do it. I don't know why. Yes, no money. No online. Okay, there's either an offer coming to you in the way of like something you see an idea. It's like a totally different direction to take this business, but you're kind of like, what do I do? Because if I try this, what if it fails? What if I'm in a worse position than I am right now? I don't see that happening here. You're going to get wind of something, and it's an idea or it's something you see to take this business in a different direction or try something new. You should go with it. You should go with it. But it's going to take everything out of you with the strength card, like courage, you know? Why is that justice card here? That is so interesting to me. Give me more on this. What a great card. We've got what a great card to get. We've got elevator, vertical transport, transit between floors, accessibility. This is a chance to move in a different direction. Like, I think this is kind of interesting that this card came out. There's something I feel like, I don't want to use the word karmic, but something kind of faded. Like a chance moment to do something or take this business in a different direction. And it could move like, because I don't know if you feel like you've been on a floor, like one floor forever, but it has the ability to move you up. Like get this thing moving. But it's a bit of a risk. It's going to feel like a risk. And it's, you know, with the moon card, my goodness, it's going to be really well hidden from you, like on whether this is the right thing to do, but you'll have a psychic intuitiveness about it as well too. So it's like the mind and the soul is tugging back and forth, but it's an opportunity. But with the Lovers, you'll have to make a very difficult choice about this. But look at the Death card as well too. So it's almost like ending a cycle of like nothing happening and moving towards something in which something is happening. But I don't know what this would be. I don't know what this would be. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know what your business is, so I don't know what the risk would be. Have you been thinking of taking this? I do have an idea. I don't know if this is the idea you're talking about. Okay, listen, don't tell me what it is. I was just about to ask you, have you been feeling like you've been feeling this urge to do something different with your business? Because if that is the case, then this is not random. It's just not. What are the chances, right, that I would be picking up on that? So you have to look at that. Yeah. This could be what sets you in motion towards even longevity, like making money long term. And when you have your own business, this is what it's about. It's about exploring ideas. It's about different, you know, trying to figure out what works, you know. But I feel like you stumble upon something that actually it moves this whole thing. And it's an, you know, the elevator card, my goodness, we're moving upwards. We're moving onwards and upwards. So it's there, but you have to put it into motion. Now be very, very strategic about this. Be very sure of it. Don't do anything unless you are feeling like you got into a point where you're like, okay, I'm going to do it without any expectations and I'm going to be fine if it doesn't work out. You know, make sure you're not putting any kind of expectations on it, okay? And then proceed and see how it goes, okay? But it's not going to be easy at first. You won't know where this is taking you. And it may take several attempts to see the fruits of this before, you know, it actually moves, okay? It's crazy. I was thinking it's going to work or not, and you picked up on it. Yeah. Yeah. I wish you all the best of luck, Tanny. I do. Okay? All right. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm on Carolyn now. So let's bring forth the messages that Carolyn needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Hi, my name is Carolyn. I had reunited with my first love, Mike, last year, who was married. We were in touch for a while, and then we had a fallout, and we haven't spoken. But he continues to come to mind. Can you tell me how he is currently feeling about me, and is he planning to reach out, or he plans on remaining with the third party? I want to understand the significance of this. Okay. Talk to us about this connection and include how they feel about her, if they're going to reach out, or if he remains, if he's going to remain with the third party. I guess I want to ask if are there children involved? Okay, no problem, Jaylen. Because I feel like here, does this person have children with their person? Because if they do, that's what's keeping them there. Now, at this moment currently, I would say that there are feelings for you that they're trying to keep restricted. They're trying to be good, okay? I'm also getting with remote viewing that their person may have started to pick up on something. I don't think they know about you, but they're picking up on something. So your person's aware that their person is picking up on something and starting to question something. So they're trying to ease that person's mind. So that could be cutting you off, you know, giving them all their attention, you know, just to kind of keep things good at home. Yes, there's kids involved. Yeah. So this is what's going to be the issue, okay? On why they are not going to be able to, I feel like, break away with you is because they have children. And they mean a lot to them. If they didn't have the children, it may not have been as bad, but your person doesn't want to be in a situation where they just see their kids once a week or something, you know? So I think they may continue to message you. They may send a message in the future, which is out of nowhere. Seems like it's like a spur of the moment type thing. Could even come across as like a little outlandish, like where you question, like, this person get drunk? What's going on? It's like when somebody has a moment and they're not thinking really clearly and they just send something without even thinking about it. But I don't know that I, in these cards, think that they may be coming back to you anytime soon. Let's see what these cards say. Magnetic attraction, alluring, lust, irresistible flirting, more. Relationship, commitment, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, more. Ghosted. Disappear, silence, ignored, and rejected. Okay. I don't want to lie. I don't want to paint fairy tales. I think your person has an attraction to you. Probably caught them off guard. I don't think this person has actually ever really done anything like this in their relationship with another person. You may have been one of the first ones and felt like very caught off guard by it. Okay, there you go. What you just wrote. Could have been very caught off guard by even feeling something for someone else, but at the end of the day, they may remain in the ghosted energy, which is MIA, missing in action, not really coming forward. I would urge you to really move forward in your life. Even if you have a lot of feelings for this person, they've got way too much going on and it's a bit too sticky. And I feel like you deserve somebody who's available, okay? Yes, the feelings were there. The attraction was there. But you deserve someone who's available, okay? I think he's going to stick with the third party, predominantly because of the children. And doesn't have any intention of breaking away, will remain, you know, with the Eight of Swords in this trapped feeling, but trying their best to sort it out, okay? Their best to sort this out. Trying their best to do whatever it will take to make it work so that they can become okay with it. But I wouldn't say your person is completely happy in their situation because I feel like whoever they're dealing with is actually a bit brutal, okay? Not really the most feminine. Could be, you know, they attack them a lot. Words, they cut with their words. But it's about the kids for me. It's not really about her, okay? So I actually had like a really bad feeling in my stomach right now. Like, it's like when your stomach drops, like I feel for you, but as a reader, and your spirit guides are also saying this, like you have to move forward. Do not wait for this person. Live your life because they are living their life, right? They're not concerned about you. They're concerned about their own thing going on. So you have to be concerned about yourself and not about them, okay? I just don't want to sugarcoat. I see you remaining in this ghosted energy. Yes, there may be this wanting to reach out in the future, but it will go back to being ghosted. And I don't want you to put yourself through that because I know being ghosted is, it's a really difficult energy to deal with. You know, it's not the nicest, obviously, right? But I do think that they were attracted to you. Definitely. They felt a connection, but what they've got going on with this other person is a lot more of a priority or more important as far as them doing the right thing. Okay. So I hope I answered your question, but that's kind of all I'm getting here. Sorry if it wasn't better. Okay, let's move on to Jaylen. Let's bring forth the messages that Jaylen needs to hear, not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to him. What can I expect for May 2025? Okay, so you're just throwing it out there. Let's find out. You're welcome, Carolyn. There's something I feel like within your family that's going to occur. Like, honestly, a major dispute within the family. And it could be over money. I don't know what this is. There's something in the family. I don't know that the family's fighting over something. Does that make any sense to you right now, or is that in the future? And remember, when you ask me about May, it may not be that it's right, like May. Could be a little after May. Jaylen, are you there? I feel like your family is going to be fighting over something. And I would urge you to stay out of it. Okay? I would really urge you to stay out of this. Is not your battle to fight. I also see that psychic intuition is going to be picking up in May. But I also see someone like a male. I see a communication coming forth from a male, but I feel like you're questioning what to do with it. It's like a message about something. It's like something that is said that's communicated in which you would have to do something about it, or maybe even respond to it. I don't know, but it's like you have to really heavily think about it. Yes, you understand that? Okay, stay out of this fight. This is not your fight. It feels really petty in nature, but I would stay out, okay? And then I've got a message, like I said, coming forth from a male. And I don't know if it's like a regret thing or an apology, or it's like, I don't know, I'm wrong about something and I want to express it, but I would urge you with the lovers to take some time before responding. Don't just respond. Think about it. It could be an offer. It doesn't have to be, it can be anything. It could be an offer for something, could be for career. I don't know, but I want you thinking about it before you're just gonna respond. Give me more. The month of May. Okay, there's a lot of road rage. And I'm not speaking about on the road. I'm just saying there's a lot of rage around May. A lot of anger. And I don't know if you're being pulled into it. But I'm telling you, just don't get involved with this. That's so crazy that came out more. Truth lives. Someone will be expressing their truth to you. It's kind of like I can't hold it in anymore. But the truth may also be coming out. This is making sense. The truth may also come out. Something makes me feel like when this truth comes out, it's not exactly something that anybody's going to want to hear. That's the crazy thing too. It's like, now that I know the truth, I'm feeling like worse than maybe before, than when it wasn't revealed, which is really interesting. Give me more. Haunted by the past. And we've got also here. I'm telling you, Jayden, This is really intense vibes. We got holding grudges, like people are upset. Or if it's even that you were upset with someone or someone was upset with you, they may be wanting to fix this grudge, but you could be like, oh, I'm so over this. I'm really over this. And then we've got haunted by the past. So the past is coming to the forefront. And just like that bird in that cage, it wants to be free. So you got to brace yourself. You got to really brace yourself. This is a lot of action, but with the Justice card, it has to happen. It's like something really important with the timeline that needs to happen. Give me the energy around May. Mountain, nature's grandeur, elevation, and perspective. So I really think here that this is a great card because I think you're going to be able to see from the higher perspective. And this is why I think you're going to take a lot of time before moving accordingly or acting accordingly. You're going to be very in sync with the higher self. You're going to be able to see it from the bigger picture, which is always really great, okay? We never want to be looking with the small picture. We want to be coming from the bigger picture because that allows us to be more rational, more logical, maybe even make the right moves, you know, because we can see from the bigger picture or even have an understanding of why something's happening. Let's do one more. Garden, floral delights, gardening joy, blossoming colors, plant care. Okay, this is crazy. The court card was on the bottom. I don't know what this is. Legal proceedings, judgment and verdict, justice and fairness. So that could be a common theme. Justice, fairness, what's right is right. Or it could have something to do with legal proceedings. But with the garden card, I think you're going to be tending to yourself. Okay? You're going to really know what's the right thing for you to do. And you're going to be doing it. But you will also be blossoming through this. You may actually look at yourself like, wow, look at me. Look at how I'm handling this. I'm doing so much better with handling this than I ever would have done before. I'm growing, and that's wonderful. But stay out of things that are not your issues. Okay, Jaylen? Because Jaylen, I feel like people are going to try to rope you in. And this is not your battle. Okay? All right, so I think we are done, and it actually is time for me to go, which is wonderful. Let me just make sure nobody else paid. Perfect. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I wish all of you all the best. You're welcome, Jaylen. Take care.